What's up, everyone? How you guys doing today? It's Monday. Start the week off right. Let's get it done. So today I'm going to talk a lot more about a specific thing in terms of dips. So you guys have heard me say things like get your chips and dip, all this kind of stuff, but what does it actually mean? So today I'm going to kind of talk about the reasons, and they're not all the reasons because there's fundamental reasons that also affect the market, but the reasons why you see usually, not always, but most of the time you see a Monday dip, and that's what we're seeing today. And I'm going to talk about how Tether has to do with that and why traditionally it's kind of manipulated the market. So I want to jump into that and touch on it so that, because a lot of people have been asking me about this stuff, about Tether, and I want you guys to have that information. So you're going to get it. So let's see who's here and let's get started. Hey, if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, just click that subscribe and that like button. Always helps. If you're on Facebook, click that share button. Get it to your friends and family. Get the information out there, the good information. Not saying that other people have bad information, but there is a lot of bad information. Even I've been susceptible to it. One of my good buddies, Kenneth, who's watching right now, knows. You find it hard to hear? Like the hair. Oh, like the hair. Nice, thanks. I just bicked it. Because tomorrow I'm at the ASEAN Women in FinTech conference, basically the awards for females in blockchain. So basically, I'm very involved in just like even groups and stuff in Bangkok and Thailand and in Asia. And what's really cool is now because I'm in these groups, they're very, very cool people in Asia. And there's a good chunk of women in blockchain from Asia. So I've been connected with a lot of them, and they have invited me to come and be a speaker at their conference. So it's gonna be really exciting. I'm seeing it, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. So thanks a lot, Kenneth. I'll do my best, absolutely. How's it going, everyone? Oh, thank you very much, Monya, for those nice likes. Let's see who's here. Brian, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Mike, Corey, London. Always a pleasure, London. How you liking the Crypto Lunch group? We haven't gotten too deep in the conversation yet since you've been there. Andre, Sue, Kenneth, obviously. My boy, Leroy, what's up, man? Matthew, Monya, Susie, everyone, how's all y'all doing? So Troy, Susie, and everyone else, how you doing? Let me look over on YouTube. Wow, we got Lee. Yes, you definitely were the first. Janet, you're the second. Tavo, what's up? I'm here. How you doing, Art? Dentrix, yes, what's up, Troy? Okay, you got in there. And then XRP Mafia. And Lily. So, how are you guys all doing? What's up, Jet? Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing really well. Tim, Richard, and Aaron. Let's get started on what the hell is this Monday dip that we keep having constantly over the course of how many months, how many years do Monday dips happen? So the first thing we have to do is actually understand why do they happen? Because it's one thing to say, for example, dips will happen. Great. That's like me saying, every day you're going to go to the toilet. Of course you're going to go to the toilet every day. Every day you're going to have to pee if you're a human being. So the point here is this, that these dips happen for reasons, and I'm going to give you the fundamental reasons why they happen, and then I'll give you the mindset of the people that I think, not 100% sure, I know some of them personally, this is why I know it happens, but not every one of them. But why I think this actually flippins back and forth a lot. So let's get started. London, the Crypto Lunch group is awesome. Yeah, guys, hit up Crypto Lunch Bangkok. It's at Crypto Lunch BKK on Telegram. If you ever want some good engaging conversation with actual people that are very involved in crypto, I'm not saying myself, like we have the head of NEM Thailand. We have just a ton of really big influencers in crypto space, people that run their own exchanges, like really great stuff. So great information, great knowledge. It can help you guys actually learn a little bit more, and you can ask questions that are hard, and people actually answer them for you. So it's nice. All right, so now let's get right in and going on it. Why did the dips happen? Okay, so guys, chime in. Give me your opinions too. Please do. I love when you guys do that. Why do you think the dips happen? I'm going to tell you why it actually happens. So first and foremost, why the dips happen. Number one, over the weekend, in traditional markets like Forex and stocks, traders cannot trade on the weekend. So you have this new volatile, very, very good bullish market like crypto where you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time. So what they do is the traders jump in one market and out one market. So that's why you usually see on the Friday or the Thursday, the Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday, you see this run up every single week when we're in a normal market. And you see this, I mean, you can go back on a weekly chart and look every single week it does it. Like pretty much like every week we pretty much have this dip. And we've had a few weeks where it didn't. We had the last 2 weeks before this one, we didn't really have a dip. Today we're having a small dip. It's not a big dip. Bitcoin went from 67 to 6,600 to 6,590. Not a big deal. But they're happening. So the point is, why are they happening? Well, it's really as simple as this. You just take fundamentals and you just look at the world around you and you go, I'm a trader. I'm a trader for Forex and stock. I normally can only make money for 40 hours a week. But if I take my money out of Forex and stock on the weekend and play the same type of technical analysis in crypto, I can be a Forex trader like a guy I know personally who made millions of dollars by just trading crypto and like going up 100% in 48 hours, stuff like that. That doesn't happen in Forex markets, right? So it's intense for a lot of these traders and they get really, really FOMO'd out. So they come in and out of the market. What I think will happen, where we're going towards is this. We're going towards the next thing. The next thing is this. Everyone has heard me say this multiple times, and if you haven't and you're new here, you're going to hear it and you can go back and confirm that I've said this. I've been saying for almost a month now, the stock market is bound to crash. Just this week, in the last 3 days, we've had 2 articles from big news agencies saying we're going to have one of the biggest crashes, if not the worst crash ever. I didn't say that was going to be that bad, but someone did, and they're from capital markets and from economics, and they're right about it. I don't write about this stuff. I just look at fundamentals. I look at charts. I look at technical analysis of a whole giant side of things, not just. So, for example, when you're looking at the stock market, you look at the yearly chart or the monthly chart at this point, and you see that it's just gone up. Well, you guys know what happens when things just go up. They have to come back down. We've all seen this happen firsthand in the last year. So what I want you guys to understand is this. Every single Monday, be prepared to hedge some of your crypto. Hedging, what does that mean? It means you take some of your crypto, and this is not financial advice, it's just saying a way that you can save some of potential losses if they happen by doing this. So what you do is you hedge out. You take 50% of your stuff in the market out of the market. Okay, move it out, put it into USDT. Okay, leave it out of the market. Okay, then when the dip's finished and you see the market starts moving back up, then you can jump in. Only thing is this: sometimes our dips happen 3 times in a row. We saw this on August 14th. It dipped once, it dipped twice, and then it took 5 hours and it dipped the 3rd time. That's the only risk you take. But if you hodl and you didn't sell ever in that whole range, you could have actually lost even more. So the whole point is to hedge yourself a little bit in and out. And don't ever, this is a really good thing Yasser told me, don't ever put all your money into the market at one time. So it makes you feel like you should a lot of the time. You're like, well, it's just sitting there, we won't make money on it. But when you have days like August 14th and then RSI's at like 10 for half the coins in the market, if you take 10 grand and you put it in when that happened on the 14th of August, you would have tripled probably your money already, because that's basically what happens. Just so you know. They'll move their funds into the crypto market. Yes, they will. They will absolutely do it. Yasser, you're from that market. My buddy Mike is from Forex, okay? Both of you are very successful traders, okay? Here's the point. The point I'm trying to make here is this. You guys need to understand that when housing markets, bond markets, stock markets crash in America, they crash everywhere. So here's what you need to realize. Some people said, well, that's just in America. I said, what happened in 2008? Did it just affect America? No, it affected the whole world. So the point is, when it affects our whole world is affected by this crisis that will eventually happen for sure. Every economist is saying it. So people that said I was wrong, tell the economists they're wrong too, okay? It's coming. This isn't to scare you. This is to tell you, get your stuff going. Is that an acorn leaf on your shirt? No, this is a Canada leaf. So, yeah, 100-year-old. We're a new country. What other markets are doing the same? Okay, so Brian, as I was saying, I showed you guys a video a while back. I can show you this again at some point this week if you want, if you guys request it. Basically, what I'll show you is a few charts. Let me show you those charts right now. I can actually bring them up. And what I want to show you is why I say this and why other people are saying it. So first, I started off today's, you could call it a lesson. I started off today by talking about why the dips happen, right? Now let's look at why I'm saying we're going to see those traders move full-time into crypto soon. And not just like soon, like tomorrow, like in the next few months, year, 2 years, etc. Okay? So let's just look at a couple things. Oh, I forgot to add my housing market. I'm going to add the housing market there too so you can also see that and see what I'm expecting to come. All right, let me just do this real quick, just jump through and get to that point. Okay, here's what you see. Right behind me, right there, we have this massive, massive run-up. Okay, it's harder to see in the bond market, okay? But you can see it's been run up, okay? Look at this market. This is the S&P 500. Does this look familiar to any of you guys? It should, because this is the same chart that Bitcoin looked like, very, very similar to. It started on the bottom left corner here, on my side, on the left, or the right, I don't know, my camera's backwards. But it starts on this side over here, beside me, right here, this way. And you can see 2008 crashed. Well, look how much it ran up already. It's run up and run up and run up, and it keeps going up. What comes up? What happens at the end of that? Up, 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 up. It's going to come back down. That's what's going to happen. Hold on a sec. Let me get some questions. I think I've tried this. I would have put USDT, then price would go up. So I would get less when you do that. Hey, Lee, that happens sometimes, but for the most part, usually, if you're doing that, you're not going to get screwed. You're usually going to make a little bit of profit or extra Bitcoin. What do I think of Flourishing Coin? I haven't really looked in that one yet. I believe Antonius is the one who does it. He's in this group, apparently. Yeah, guys, basically the thing for me right now is any ICO that is not like, holy moly, that's a mind-blowing idea, I'm not going to invest a penny into any ICOs at this point because they're all really just struggling. They won't struggle long term, but right now most people don't want to bet. They should be investing their money in ICOs if they think they're good, but there's a lot of ones and they don't know which ones are good anymore. So Flourishing Coin, it could be a great project, but for me personally, I haven't been looking at ICOs anymore really because every time I see an ICO right now, I just basically grill the shit out of them. And it gets to a point where I feel like I'm a shark on Shark Tank, and I'm asking them for their business plan, and I'm asking them to show me how much funds they've raised, and they usually don't have any funds raised, and that's usually the first thing that blows my mind, like, oh my God. So what I would say is it could be a great project. I'm just not focusing my time on researching ICOs because no one's really doing anything with ICOs right now. The VC funds have stopped investing in most of them, not all of them, but most of them. And so, yeah, that's where I'm standing on that one. Hedge it on Monday. I will do this. I lost quite an amount today. You didn't lose anything, Janet, unless you sold at a loss, okay? You guys need to understand what that means, okay? So when you buy cryptocurrencies or a stock, right, you only lose if you sell it at the loss. So for example, I'll give you guys a great example. So my trading bot. I set my stop loss at 10. I had a coin recently, I can't remember which one it was. One of my coins that I bought, one of the tokens I bought, dropped 9%. And I was like, well, let's just see if it hits stop loss. And then it had a huge pump and sold it plus 6%. The point here is this. If I was patient, I would have lost. And if I sold, I would have lost. So the point is, you only lose what you sell. And on a small dip, it's okay. The chart you're showing has to retest 1600 for sure. Yeah, it does. And here's the point. That's just the S&P 500 index fund, and that's over the course of 10 years. That's the biggest run-up we've ever had in any stock market ever. Think about that for a second. We're higher than the highest high before. Here's the Dow Jones right beside me. You see something similar? And you see how it went up and then dipped and then went up a little bit? I'm going to show you another chart in a minute to show you what the hell that means. It's going to blow your minds, man. I'm telling you. I even wrote the name of the chart as mind blown because it blew my mind when I started seeing what I saw. It was so like right on the point. Okay, and this is what you have to understand. If we just look, and I'm going to give you an example, just an example, because this is all we need right here. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, so we have the bond market, S&P 500, the Dow Jones. Huh, look at the NASDAQ. Same thing. You guys see something similar here, right? Then we look at the housing market. What you see on the top pinnacle beside me over there, before it dropped was 2008. Look what the level we're at right now. Look at that level. If I owned a house and I lived in America and I was in a place where houses are worth a lot of money, I, no joke, if it was me, would be selling my house as fast as possible before this crashes again. And it's going to come. It's no doubt. Everyone knows it's coming. It's just a matter of when, not if. Okay? This isn't, and let me just reiterate, this is not to scare you to do anything rash, and this is not FUD. This is just fact, okay? This is going to happen. When? I don't know. I'm telling you now so you can start thinking about where you can place things. A lot of people are buying gold and silver because it's usually a very strong hedge. It doesn't lose value a lot. So that's something you could think about doing. These are just different types of strategies you can use, guys. Do what's best for yourself. Don't invest stuff that you can't afford to lose. Just keeping that straight up with you guys. All right. Let's continue on. We're going to see a huge dip, and you guys, right? So here's where we are right now, okay? I'm just going to move this over to the left a little bit so you can see. Here's where we are, okay? Where we're going to right now is this depression and the end of the depression. When we start to rise, and a lot of that feeling we had with Ripple last week, that feeling was that disbelief. There's no way we're going to have a bull run now. Okay, you're going to start feeling a little bit like that. We're starting to move into that. And it's almost perfect timing because Yasser, myself, a couple other traders that I'm friends with have all said, yeah, it looks like it's about over. Novogratz said it's about over. I think 3 weeks from now, we'll be out of this disbelief, or we'll be in the disbelief. We'll be getting out of this crappy market and going into like, I can't believe it's actually gone up. Then we'll have a dip again. And then we'll start to see the hope, probably in November. This is where I'm thinking it comes. Is Athena out to the public yet? Athena Trading Bot will be available to the public in 7 days. Next week, Monday, October 1st. That's your question. That's your answer. It's XRP. Sorry, Ripple, XRP. Oh, it's Kenneth, it's hard to remember the difference, man. Brain. You gotta remember, it's 11 o'clock here. I've been up all day. So I do my best for you guys. And Kenneth will always keep me on point, which is fine by me. I like it, Kenneth. Hey, question for my people in my community, because I've asked Kenneth to do this, but I want you guys to give me some support on this. If Kenneth and I do a video together about XRP, where I basically ask all the questions that are FUD that you guys always keep asking me, and then he answers them with all the facts and actual proof and evidence that he is right, would you guys be interested in seeing a video like that? And then maybe sharing it with your XRP haters to kind of make them understand they missed something here. Just curious if you guys would find value in that, because I think there's immense value in that, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I'm constantly hit with it by my own friends, by my own family members, by my own people, my groups, daily. So just keep that in mind. Videos can make this stuff a little bit easier, especially with FUD. So I'll definitely, I'll do it, yeah. Jethro, you want it? We can do it. So Kenneth, you down? Let me know. Ripple's the company. XRP is the digital asset. I know this. It's just hard to remember when you're talking about it until I'm at the level that you're at, obviously. Why bother? Let them stew in ignorance. Right, Mike's right. It's true. But, you know, as an educator, it's like one of my goals, right? Get these people that are ignorant to kind of like come around and kind of coach them up on life. But, you know, we'll see where we go. But I'm definitely down with it. Kenneth, you're down. Okay, let's do this on Thursday or Friday, Kenneth, so we can do it, maybe release the video over the weekend, because I don't do normally. So I might have people with more time on the weekends. We can do that. You can share it to your community. I can share it to mine. I can share it to other people's communities too. And hopefully we can kill the FUD. Because honestly, FUD is bad. FUD is bad for crypto. FUD is bad for you and me, because it makes us do irrational things. It makes us emotional. So don't let FUD control you. Understand what you're investing in, and you'll be fine. So just quickly, I want to go over some news today that happened. Less and less XRP haters are, at least they are more quiet. You know why they're more quiet, Brian? Because when they see the numbers, even Bitcoin Ben, he's my buddy, and he hates Ripple, and XRP as a company, as a coin, he doesn't like them. But all of a sudden, he changed his mind. Why did he do that? It's very likely that he did the same thing I did and went, holy crap, this is going to be huge. That's what he probably did and went, yeah, those numbers are unfathomable. Like, people think it's impossible for Ripple to be $100, and they're stupid to say that. I'm telling you that right now. I have friends that are going to be billionaires because of Ripple, and I hope they're one of them. I hope you're going to be enjoying that. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. So Trezor comes out, makes an in-wallet and directly in-wallet cryptocurrency swapability. What does that mean for Trezor? What does that mean for crypto? What it means is you can cold storage swap. This is absolutely huge. So what is the thing that scares people the most in crypto? Getting scammed, losing their private keys, all this stuff. Guess what? On a Trezor, any of you guys have ever used the Trezor, ever felt insecure using the Trezor, like someone could hack it? I have absolutely never felt that way. I have mine just sitting right beside me over here. They're great pieces of technology, guys. And if you set up your seed words and everything, even if this breaks, you'll still have it. So that's the best part of it all. Who ever figure out who talked to Bitcoin Ben? No one, just an excuse. Probably, honestly, like, you know, the one thing that did bother me, and I'll be very frank and public with this, is that he didn't tell us who had contacted him. Someone said, I think Brian, you said he said it was someone, but I did not see that. I watched the video again. So I don't like when you're supposed to be, you hate Ripple because they're not transparent and they're decentralized, and then you won't even tell us your source. It's kind of weird, in my opinion. But that's all I'll say about it. Is Ben a good guy? Is good heart, good person? Yes, he is. So I have no problem with the guy at all. Just keeping that straight. I just think that he was wrong about Ripple, and so was I. So you can hate on him for that, but you can also hate on me for it. So we're all human. At least he realized, right? At least I realized. That's the key point. But here, for Trezor, guys, you have to understand how amazing this is going to be. He did mention it, Mike. Who was it? I'm curious to know who he said it was that he talked to. He said at the start of the video, I talked to his higher up, blah, blah. But if he did, that's great. I'm just curious who. So, coming over to Mike Novogratz. So he just said last week, okay, crypto's hit the bottom. Yasser said that the week before, which, you know, it seems like him and I are always a little bit ahead, which is cool. Not always, but a lot of the time we're a little bit ahead. We kind of have a good radar for this stuff. So Novogratz says that we're going to probably go up 30%. Bitcoin will be $10,000 at the end of the year. I could see that as a reasonable number. 10,000 is probably a conservative number for him, but I said 13 or 14, maybe 15 this year. But I think it's closer to 13 personally, and we'll get there probably by the end of this year. I could see it there. So there you go. No, Ben was asked if it was a certain person, but replied no. Okay, thanks, Lee. I don't really care because, like, for me, I'm not on here to bash anyone at all. That's just super unprofessional, and there's no point, and no one gets anything out of it. So I'm not going to do that, guys. That's not my thing. I'll just say what I think personally was something I didn't like because I watched Ben before a lot, and I think he's a great person. But I don't like when he's not transparent, and he should have just been like, so David Drake called me up, and he was telling me this and this and this about Ripple, and I started realizing I was wrong. That would have been different, but for me, the fact that it's always like Bob and Joe from the exchanges, and that stuff bothers me because it's not transparent at all. So, as you guys know, if you ever ask me something, like seriously, if you guys ever ask me something I don't know, how many times have I told you I know? I never do, and that's the point. I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather tell you I don't know than be wrong. So that's important to me personally, but you know, it is what it is. So that's why people have been bashing him. And I think that he could easily just tell people that who it was, and that would end it. So maybe he will do that. Keep in mind, just ask him, right? I don't have time to watch a show anymore, but ask him. All right, so chat disconnected. What the hell? Okay, something went wrong with my chat. All right, so at least Bitcoin Ben eventually got it right. Yeah, exactly. That was my point. At least he got it right. At least he realized that maybe he should go back and relook at things. And maybe, I don't know who was the catalyst of that. It could have been my video where he was like, wait a minute, Joel didn't like Ripple. Now I know him and I used to chat a lot. I don't know. I really don't know. All I think is if you right, you're wrong. You've done the right thing. So you can't complain about that. Um, just tell me who was it called you, because I want to know if it was Kenneth, honestly. I really do. Okay, this is really, really good for the United States, guys. Big news, okay? So basically, this congressman, let me just find out his name again. Congressman, what's his last name? Blah, blah, blah. Raymer. Congressman Tom Emmer. So basically what he has done is created 3 different bills that are going to pave the way for emerging disruptive technologies like DLT, blockchain technology, etc. And he's trying to support ecosystems of development of DLT. So this is huge. He thinks that, and I quote, the United States should prioritize accelerating the development of blockchain technology and create an environment that enables the American private sector to lead an innovation on further growth, which is why I'm introducing these bills. So basically, he sees what we all see and is like, US, y'all better figure your shit out, because if you don't figure it out, everyone else is going to leapfrog everyone in the United States. And I'm telling you guys, that whole hyperinflation stuff, when it comes, it could wreck the United States if they don't get this stuff sorted now. So this is something I always tell people, do that. Make sure we do it right. Okay? What do you think? What do you guys think? What do you think about this type of news? Is it really important? I think legislation is imperative for the United States moving forward and trying to be a world leader still, because they won't be a world leader if they don't adopt this type of technology. Because you're going to see countries in Africa and Asia that were marginalized and didn't have a lot of money before, and it won't matter now because cryptocurrency is everywhere in the world. Anyone can buy it. Anyone can have it, hold it, trade it. That's the thing. Okay. So, yeah, Kenneth thinks I finally USA. I think that too. What do you guys think? I mean, it's really quiet in here today. It's odd, but yeah, maybe it's just Monday and everyone's getting in the routine. But yeah, I would say that I think this is going to be something really good for the United States, but it's slow, man. You guys know how U.S. law works. It's going to be very slow voting and all that stuff, but the U.S. will have to figure it out, and that's what it is. The U.S. will not get it sorted out. They want to crash it hard, to crash hard. Well, maybe they do want it to crash hard. I can't say that because I don't know anyone at that level of government that would be colluding and telling me that information. But I know that there's definitely higher up peoples that do dictate a lot of the world, what happens in the world. So, yeah, Canada's doing way better. Yeah, Canada. Here's a really cool concept for you guys. Canada. I just aligned a few things the other day, and this is fundamental too, and it could be wrong. But here's the thing I look at. I look at a new SEC commissioner gets chosen 3 weeks ago. I hear Trump. I can't confirm or deny this, but I hear Trump has cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and stuff in his portfolio. And then you hear about Canada approving their first ETF. Well, last time Canada approved the first actual ETF, the United States followed very quickly. It could be a very, very, very slim chance that we have the SEC approve the CBOE completely out of left field. And I mean a very low chance, like 0.001%. But if that happens, holy shit, the bull run that you guys will see, you thought XRP was something? Oh, you guys have seen nothing yet. If you're new in crypto and haven't seen it, you're going to see it and your mind is going to be like, oh my God. Because like this market is going to grow immensely. You're all rich already, whether you realize it or not. Seriously. And so, yes, Canada's got the ETF. The US probably will not be able to, or without, they will be able to, but they will try to stop them from investing. So it's interesting. My guy who works at EU says 30th September. Really? Well then, Kenneth, then my fundamentals are on point if you're right. Because that was the only thing, all these things that aligned, that was the only thing that made it, that it could happen. But I thought September 30th, guys, this is what I really think is going to happen. They have one more chance to say no and go to February 2019. I think that's still going to happen. Of course, he's kind of begging under NDA, Kenneth, but I think he can't really tell you, and he might tell you a little bit, but who knows? That's really hard to tell you for sure. But I'm happy to see stuff going on. Yeah, and Brian, about BC. BC actually has a technology hub. They have an innovation sector, and BC and Google's building in Toronto, Canada, like a huge city of like $6 billion city. And I hear there's something else in the works for Vancouver as well. So a lot of really big stuff's happening in crypto right now. And if you look beyond just like the moons and Lambos and trying to get rich tomorrow, and you start looking at the technology and see what it can do for the world in terms of automation, in terms of record keeping, in terms of never having someone do bad acting in terms of accounting, in terms of police evidence, write-ups, all this stuff can't be changed on a blockchain, right? So, and then we also have the other side of it where this technology will enable things like AI, VR, AR technology. So these are the things you have to look at beyond just the money and the financial side to actually understand if it's a good project to invest in. And invest means you're not going to buy it for a week. You're going to buy it for months, years, etc. So that's something to keep in mind. There's lots of Canadians attending blockchain conferences. Canada is very big and bullish on crypto, guys. Many people don't really tell you this, but it's a very bullish crypto place. And blockchain, guys, is amazing. It's like, here's the thing. It's used a lot of the time in the wrong way with ICOs. They don't understand that. For example, let me tell you how blockchain's bad. Blockchain's bad if you want to have a database and change anything. For example, I have a database of all the guys that played baseball on my team and all the times they hit the ball. And oops, we wrote the record down last week, but oops, I forgot that he didn't get hit by the pitch. He actually bunted and the ball, and I actually accidentally put it in as he got hit by a pitch. Guess what? You can't change that. This is where the hard fork comes in, because you have to literally rewrite the whole code because you're changing something. That's how blockchain is bad. Because if you're doing a database type of company, you should not use blockchain. Okay? You can use blockchain for some things, but not for everything. And this is where it gets watered down like crazy. Okay? So that's just something to keep in mind, guys. It's good information to know that blockchain is not good for everything. You think logically we'll ever be back at all-time high prices? Roman, we are going to go so much further than all-time high prices. You have no idea what's to come, even the fact you're saying that. But that's a good thing that you don't know what's to come, because you're about to see some crazy shit in your life, buddy. In the next 5 years, you're going to see some crazy, beautiful, amazing stuff come out of crypto. In terms of your finances, in terms of fairness in the world, in terms of just basically it being faster and better and more efficient as a whole entire world. That's what's coming. And so, yes, logically, are we going to be beyond all-time high? Yes, we're going to blow through a lot of them. Will shitcoins be at all-time highs? No. Shitcoins, guys, if you invest in a project that has bad fundamentals, that has bad teams, that has stupid tokenomics, if you miss something and just invested in something, I feel so sorry for a lot of people, because so many people invested and had no idea what they're putting their money into. And that was the sign of the times last year. You guys are all getting smarter. We're all getting smarter and more intelligent about investments and about how crypto and blockchain technology works. So we're going to be fine. So in the end of all this, Roman, what I'm trying to get to is the all-time highs are going to be the all-time lowest lows in 5 years. That's coming. We're going to have one of the lowest lows in the chart will be in 5 years, all the all-time highs that are now for good fundamental projects. For projects like something, for example, like ETN, I don't believe in ETN. I think their tokenomics make no sense. They've started mining the block on block 0. Like, there's a lot of fundamental issues with that project. So I would never put my money into it, even though it had a huge pump yesterday. I still wouldn't mess with it. It'd be good for, like, trading, but I wouldn't mess with it. Yeah. But Kenneth is absolutely right. This Ultima, yeah. Did I hear right about ETH? I read that fork is planned this month. Yes. ETH is going to be adding Casper to the Casper algorithm so that they can add proof of stake onto their blockchain. So that was coming, and apparently their sharding is ahead of schedule, so that might also be coming. So there's if that happens, the network will be a lot faster, which is great because ETH is super slow, and ETH's so slow that I want to use XRP now instead of ETH for my bot, so that people can activate it instantly instead of having to wait for transaction cases, because you guys know how that works when ETH is slow. So, last thing I'm going to talk about is crypto-funded web browser Brave, or Basic Attention Tokens browser. They see phenomenal growth because Google shred their privacy policy. What does this mean? Let me read to you directly from the article what this actually means. Chrome has updated their newest browser login. Okay. So this authorizes Chrome to ship your local browsing data to Google, enabling you to sync it across all your devices, which previously had the user's opt-in consent. Now you don't have an opt-in. The policy change was identified by cryptographer Matthew Green at Johns Hopkins University and a scientist with Zcash Project, who wrote blog post change was sufficiently anathematic to user security and privacy, and that he will no longer be using Chrome browser, noting that the policy change could even have serious privacy implications even if sync is turned off, he wrote. So he wrote, in short, Google has transformed the question of consenting to data upload from something affirmative that I actually had to put effort into, entering my Google credentials and signing into Chrome, into something that I can now do with a single accidental click. This is a dark pattern. Whether intended or not, it has the effect of making it easy for people to activate sync without knowing it, or to think they're already syncing and thus no additional cost to increasing Google's access to their data. What he's trying to say here is this. He's saying that Chrome now is basically taking all of your privacy data, all of your search data, all of your data, and using it for their own gain. This is a problem. You should be getting paid for that information. This is what a lot of the companies are doing. Have you guys ever heard of Coil? Coil is going to monetize the web. So why would you ever use Google Chrome? You would never use Google Chrome. You would use Brave. So guys, if you've never heard of Brave, go check it out. It's a browser, and it's from Basic Attention Token. It's the payments are made with Basic Attention Token, and basically it's one that gives you a hookup. And they actually just had a partnership with Civic to allow them to verify publishers to their the people that are holding the wallet. So that Civic Secure uses KYC data, and basically it's all kosher. So this is great stuff. You guys, if you've never used Brave, it's a good opportunity for you to use it. Okay. And so that's pretty much it for tonight. I'm not going to keep going anymore. I'll see all you guys on Wednesday, and keep an eye out for a video tomorrow while I'm at the conference. I'll try to get something out there for you guys to watch. And yes, Coil is going to kill unwanted ads, absolutely. Chrome browser will also start censorship of certain websites, similar to the censorship on Facebook and Twitter, and it's just going to be a slippery slope. And guys, the people who use Chrome, if if you're using it, be careful, okay? I use Chrome because it makes life easier, and I don't do anything that would matter on Chrome, but I definitely am thinking about moving over to Brave and giving it a shot, because I've heard good things. And when you have 4 million users, 4 million users registered since this happened. So obviously they're getting mass adoption happening on their platform. So good stuff's coming, guys. Keep the positive energy up. It's gonna come. I'm telling you. The more positive you guys are, the faster this crypto is gonna boom. I'm telling you. So I'll see all you guys soon. Have a great Monday. Let the start of the week. Just embrace it. Don't think it's a bad thing. Love the Mondays. Enjoy the week. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great day. Coach K, Cryptocurrency Education, sign off for tonight. See y'all guys later. Bye-bye now.